Tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Link to Marky.
We needed that, like, a little bit louder, but there's nothing like... There it is! Yeah. We gotta feel her energy, you know?
I know, right?
Yeah, there's nothing
She's
like...
in Vegas now, I think, right?
She is, with her own show. But honey, we are here to talk about your show today. We don't need her. But good, I just wanted to get the energy flowing. So, yes. Well, good evening, everybody. I'm Candice Camacho. Thank you so much for joining us here today in studio for our Spotlight On interview. Our guest today is absolutely on fire. She's a successful business entrepreneur, fashionista, beauty expert, heiress, TV actress, hostess. It just goes on and on. And we are really, we get to get the download today of her latest project, tour group, that's going to be airing on Bravo on March 1st. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and get excited for Heather Marianna.
Hello!
Yes. Oh. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You're
I'm so excited.
I know, me too. This is a pretty neat experience. So
yes,
not only do I get to interview a star, but I get to interview one of my friends as well. So that's really cool. So thank you.
We both have come a long way. We met in hosting class together.
We did.
So, and I'm so proud to see of all your accomplishments too.
As I am of yours. Yeah, we discovered we knew each other, and we actually lived in the same state. So we became good friends, and it's neat to see if you work towards your dream and you push through no matter what, how you can make things happen. So
absolutely.
A couple examples right here.
Yep.
So we're here to talk about your latest project, which is Tour Group. It's airing on Bravo.
Yes, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Woohoo!
Yeah, you got to travel to so many awesome places.
Yes.
But before we get to like the big project, let's like let our viewers get to know you and travel back a little bit, because you haven't had a normal life.
Well, what do you mean by that?
Well, I guess there's no normalcy these days. Is
yeah,
there? Like,
what is normal?
What is normal? Normal is a cycle in a washing machine, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
Yeah, who wants to be normal anyway,
I
right?
always use the delicate cycle.
Really? I go for the heavy cycle.
Extra sanitized.
Extra sanitize those bulky sheets. No, just kidding. Well, being a mom, I do need to extra sanitize.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so you have, would you say that you made your mark with your Beauty Kitchen brand?
I would say I really made my mark, I think, when I started my first business when I was 19.
Okay.
Which was a staffing business, and I did really well with that. And then I went into retail and owned some retail stores. And I think just making your mark in general is just hard work.
Yes.
You know? So no matter what you're doing, as long as you work hard at it, you know, whatever you do, I always say, whatever you're doing, just be the best that you can be.
Be the best. Yeah, and if you're the best that you can be, and if something doesn't work out, then you can't be mad at yourself, because it probably wasn't meant to be if you did your best.
100%.
Right. So you started your first staffing business at 19?
Yes.
So you always had like the business sense about you. You were always good at telling people what to do, like right away.
I was always a good manager.
Okay. You were a good delegator.
I'm a great supervisor.
You do this, you do that, you do that.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you know, when I got dropped off at college, you know, like any normal college kid, you know, you realize, oh my gosh, you know, I don't have, you know,
any supervision
the money, you know, either, you know, and I was determined not to be that poor college kid. So I just started a business, and I built my first $1 million when I was still living in the dorm. So
wow. Well, I would like to know a little
using
bit.
the computer lab, making my business cards. You know,
your
little
business
hustler.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Spent all the free money I had at Staples on like office supplies.
Was there anything that like happened in your life that made you like kind of pushed you to that edge that made you want to be that successful? Because I know a lot of kids at that age, that's kind of like the lazy time.
Yeah, I think I was raised, my mom had me really young. My grandmother really was kind of the main person who took care of me. And, just seeing how my mom struggled being like a very young mother. And, and my mom and my grandmother, she was pretty successful and very hardworking. I think that just kind of got instilled into me, because, not really having like the normal mom and dad, people in my life. I was drug around a lot with my grandmother to her different businesses, So I got to see a lot of hard work and, successful women, and my mom struggled really hard and she's such a hard worker and, and I got to see a lot of that. So.
Oh, wow. So your grandma owned businesses as well. So you got that. Okay.
Yeah.
So your grandma was more a big inspiration to you.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, and even my mom too, because she was young and she worked her little butt off. I mean, she had me when she was extremely young. So
she did. Yeah. Well, I can relate to that. Not having when you faced with a challenge and you don't feel ready, like having children or, even though I wasn't 19 or whatever, when I was faced with that, it was a challenge, but,
Yeah, it was a complete surprise.
Yeah.
And yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. I don't have children. I have 3 beautiful dogs.
I know.
My 3 spoiled little babies. I'm going to make them their own Instagram. Because they're so cute.
Oh, Heather. Well, Heather is you're a huge dog lover. On top of that, you have very spoiled dogs. They have their own like little Ferrari dog beds, do they not?
Yes, Ferrari beds, Chewy Vuitton beds.
Chewy Vuitton beds.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. So after all of those businesses and through life, how did you end up living in Las Vegas?
I actually moved to Las Vegas because I was, I owned my retail companies, my retail stores, and I got offered a job to be the head of consulting for a company, and they were like, and I was like, oh, my leases are up on my stores, and the economy's kind of sucking. I'm like, well, I might as well just take, this regular go back to corporate world job, and the pay was amazing.
Okay.
And I literally left my house and everything in a week. Like, just moved here.
What did you sell in these retail stores?
Doggy accessories.
So the dog loving goes way, way, way
yes.
back.
And I used to put my little boy dog in dresses at the store because they would sell. He was wearing them.
Maybe you should have children.
I know. I was like, it's okay. He likes to dress like a girl.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing. So then you just wiped it and took this new opportunity. It happened to be in Las Vegas.
Yep. And I came here, started the job, went back and forth, still had my home there, like still had a car there, like it just kind of whirlwind, like was gone in a week. And my old assistant in Indianapolis moved into my house.
Okay.
To watch my turtles and stuff and start packing everything up that I had. And and then I just ended up quitting that job like 8 months later because I just wasn't fulfilled. I had to go back to working for myself.
Okay. So you're in the heart and a business entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Like it's like kind of like you're a fighter out there, Heather.
Yeah.
So did you leave your grandma and mom back in Indiana?
My grandmother passed away. So, and my mom is still there. Yeah.
Okay. And so now you've made your home in Las Vegas ever since. And then what sparked you to create Beauty Kitchen?
Well, I've always been told that I look a lot younger than I am. And I think it's because I always used to make my own beauty stuff. And all my friends would always ask me to like make them stuff.
Yeah, that's cool because
and it was like kind of a hobby for me. And I needed something to do. So I was like, let's just start a YouTube channel for fun. And then here I am with all these celebrity clients now for Beauty Kitchen. So,
well, how did that take me like through the process a little bit? Because I mean, with your work ethic, I mean, what is a day? How many hours do you put in a day?
12 to 16.
12 to 16 hours a day. That's some great work ethic. I remember you 10x everything. So whatever she thinks the job is going to take, she works 10 times as hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
I remember you told me that once. I'm like, I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah. You have to, though.
Yeah.
You know, because I want to get from A to Z, like, without going through the whole alphabet. You know, I just want to get there.
Yeah. Well, I remember, like, you told me when you would be, like, checking out at Target and things, you would, like, ask the cashier, will you follow me on Twitter? I need more Twitter followers. Like
100%. Yeah. I asked everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone. I didn't care. No shame in my game. I do it for Instagram
follow me
now.
on Twitter.
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah, it's Instagram because I'm trying to build my Instagram, you know?
But did you want to bring, like, the spa prices to, like, kind of the normal average woman? Like, I really love that about you, that you wanted everybody to be beautiful, and some of the best, like, natural products for women, like, are in our kitchen.
Yeah, and that's what I started. I started with the YouTube channel.
And I learned that from you, actually. I didn't know, like, she's got scrubs with sugar and olive oil, coconut oil that you can just find, among other things, but you can find the bulk in your kitchen.
Yeah, and you did some cool stuff on your YouTube, like, you know, how to, like, the stain remover and all that stuff. There's so many things.
That was your idea, Heather. I
wasn't going to take credit for that, but, you know, she's got some good stuff.
My number one video on my YouTube channel was her idea. It's fine. I got to give the credit where credit's due. So.
But yeah, so I just wanted to show women, you know, that you can do a lot of things on your own, hence the word beauty kitchen. You know, and that's what and then when I started the products and everything, the whole brand, I wanted it to be, hey, you know, come to my website. You don't have to buy anything. There's free information, there's blogs. It's just all about, like, love and light and showing everybody that they're beautiful.
Yeah.
So
empowering yourself.
Yeah.
Everybody can do it. It doesn't have to be, like, unattainable. Like,
and even my products, I tried to keep them, like, at a really affordable price. I want it to be affordable luxury for everyone. I don't want to, you know, I've turned down, you know, like, being a representative for, like, $100, like, $900 creams and stuff, and I'm like, it doesn't go with what I'm doing.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. It doesn't go
I
with...
want everybody to be able to afford it, love it, or do it themselves.
Yeah.
All from my website.
Beauty for everybody. That's really great.
Yeah.
So you started with the YouTube channel. How long ago did you start?
I started my YouTube channel July 2012.
I remember you telling me, like, years ago, well, 2012, not years ago, but back in the day when you were first starting, you were like, I'm trying out these bath bombs, and my garage is full of, like, sugar and bath stuff and coloring, and I'm like, on the phone, I'm like, what is she doing? But, like...
And now I own a whole factory.
Yeah.
And now factory workers and everything,
And so you took all of your stuff from the garage, which was a 3-car garage, which is a really big garage, stuffed of products and DIY tips, and then you have your own warehouse now.
Factory.
Which is like so cool. It's in Boulder City. In Las Vegas.
It's 5 minutes from my house. It's perfect.
Yeah, and then everybody, you can do personal shopping there. But it's not like a warehouse. It's like a gorgeous warehouse with, like,
chandeliers
and taffeta and beautiful.
Yeah, it's a private showroom, and then we have, like, you know, when some of our celebrity clients and stuff are in Vegas, you know, they'll come by, or if people want to make an appointment, they can personal shop, and I can make them something, you know, special for their skin, but it has to be by appointment.
Okay.
Because we lock the door. We're busy.
Of course you are. But what I like about you is that you've made a lot of products for children.
Yes.
With all natural soaps that's good for their skin. You've made products for dogs, which those were really good products as well.
Yeah. I'm not doing the dog stuff so much anymore. It's, you know, but yeah, we're actually coming out with a kids monthly soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it'll be very affordable, and you'll get, like, a soap set. It'll be like a puzzle piece, or you know, something really cool.
What's the monthly?
Well, they'll get it auto shipped every month to them for their kid. Yeah.
So you get, like, a little gift to yourself, like,
we have the VIP box now, which is $34, and I know you used to get the box.
I did.
And then
and I loved it.
Yeah.
It's like a little dose of energy and positivity when you get that.
Yeah. And so we have the mini monthly, the VIP, and then we'll have the kid monthly soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is your newest monthly here.
This is my Wonderlust collection that I made, and I brought you
Love the name.
Yeah, because I wanted to make a collection with all of the oils of everything from all the places we traveled on tour group.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So those are eye gels for you. I wanted to put extra stuff in there.
Lord knows I need these, being a mom of a toddler.
Oh my gosh. So this is the sea salt hairspray, Maldivian sea salt hairspray.
Okay.
African shea lotion.
Oh, sea salt. Oh, I wanted this. This is the stuff that makes your hair all sexy, like you just got off the beach.
It. Yeah.
Okay.
And then this is the body splash.
Okay.
And then I'm going to open this for you because you're going to love this.
African shea lotion.
See, look, we put like the little like country's flag and it's wrapped in like elephant paper because this is the land of no frizz hair oil from Thailand.
Okay.
Because we blended it with Thai fruit extract.
Oh, wow. See, you're such a... Your mind, like, never stops,
Never.
Heather.
It's terrible sometimes because I can't sleep, you know?
So, I mean, before you even went on this show to, like, these countries that you probably didn't know exactly where you were going when you were cast.
We did not,
You had this idea for this amazing box to bring a little bit of the countries back to each and every one of us that don't get to go to countries like that.
Yeah, and all the essential oils that we used are all essential oils that come from those countries. And I blended them into... This one is a great one.
African shea lotion. And where can everybody purchase these?
HeatherMarianna.tv, and this will go up on Tuesday when the show airs.
Oh, wow, you guys. You guys got to get this. Oh, my gosh, it smells so good.
Yeah, and that's all natural shea lotion that I import from Ghana.
Oh, jeez. What message would you want to send to, like, young business entrepreneurs?
Just work hard and don't give up. That's, I mean, simple as that. You know what I mean? You gotta believe it. You know, like, you gotta have sheer determination.
Yeah. But what happens, like, what do you do in life when you get thrown a whammy or when you feel down? Like, how do you keep going?
I have those days. I think everyone does. I usually try to take a nap, and then I get up and I just try to start over. You know, because nothing's ever gonna go right 100%.
Yeah.
There's just no... You know,
so there's
always going to be something going on.
Right.
You know.
So you take a nap.
Wake up, have some coffee, try to start over.
Try to forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get over it and keep moving.
So just don't give up no matter what.
Yeah.
What if it's
Stay in your lane. Don't worry about what other people are doing.
Okay.
You know, like, that's a big piece of advice. Like, I never, like, think about what other beauty businesses are doing or other people are doing. I just stay in my lane and I'm focused on my journey, my path.
Your eye on the prize.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what everybody else is
all
doing.
this external stuff doesn't mean anything as long as you're, because, you know, the bottom line is no matter how hard you're working, get thrown for a loop, you know, you still have, you know, your blessings, you know, you're still like, you know, have your house, you have your daughter, you know what I mean? And so
warm bed.
Exactly. And I always have to try to put myself in that position. Like, it could be like way worse. So don't cry baby over small stuff.
Oh,
you know?
wow. Don't sweat the small stuff.
No, not at all. You can't.
Yeah. And, you know, people say, like, you know, that famous saying, you reap what you sow. And it's, like, so true because you're such a helpful person. Like, you're very helpful to, like, people who are starting their businesses or people who want to break into entertainment. I mean, you've been very helpful to me as well. Like, as busy as she is, you would think that she would have no time for anyone, but...
You got to make time.
Yeah. I mean, you always pick up the phone and, you know...
Yeah.
I know several people that you have helped, so that might be part of your success too. Because,
I don't know.
Because you're a good girl.
I'm not that good.
All right, let's get into the show.
Yes.
Tour group. So it's 11 diverse personalities. They get cast on this show to go to all of these amazing places like Morocco, Kenya, Japan.
Yeah.
You don't know anybody.
No.
But everybody has a reason as to why they went on the show. Like to find themselves
and you know, there was a reason for everyone
getting cast on the show.
Yeah. I was kind of left out on that, so I didn't really have a reason.
Well, you were well, first of all, your vivacious personality could get you cast like on whatever anyway. So you really don't need a reason like the other people do.
Yeah.
But you have been engaged like 13 times.
Yes.
But I'm noticing there's not a ring on your finger right now.
There isn't.
Oh, geez. So what does that mean?
You'll have to stay tuned.
Are you going for a 14th?
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Lots of things in the works right now.
So you're not engaged right now?
I can't answer that.
Did you find love on the show?
No, I did not.
No.
But somebody did.
Somebody did.
There was a love triangle.
Oh, okay.
So you'll have to watch.
Oh boy, I can't wait.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see.
It's pretty interesting. And the interesting thing about when you're taping like a reality show and there's such a big cast, there's so many things going on that you don't know about. You know, like each cast member has to realize that the show isn't about them; it's about everybody. So other people are all filming their own storylines or whatever, you know, and I don't know. I'm really anxious to see what happened, you know, with the love triangle thing, because, you know, I only knew a little bit about it.
Because you would be filming your stuff while they were filming their stuff.
Yeah, and it's like, so, you know, it's interesting to see. I want to see how it all comes together. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I know what I was involved in.
But then again, you don't know how production's going to, like, splice it up. Either to make. How do you think?
There's always a magic of editing, you know.
Right. Oh, exactly. I know that. I'm like, oh, I'll just edit that out now. So where all did you get? What was your favorite place? Like,
I think my favorite place was Kenya because I really like the little kids in the village.
Oh wow,
it was really cool. I did not like Sri Lanka. It was hot there. Ugh.
I have to say, I never even heard of that place. Where's that?
You don't need to go
I don't need to know.
You don't need to go there.
So you got to
we should have went to like Bali or something instead.
Yeah. So you got to ride on a camel.
I did not.
You did not ride on camels.
You have to stay tuned, but you know that I'm an animal lover.
I do.
So stay tuned for that. Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of being an animal lover, usually when you're out on vacation like that or shooting a show, I would guess you could get to eat different stuff. Did they put different stuff for you to eat, like a cow eye or a cow whatever toe?
Yeah, and I didn't really participate in that. Like, I'm not gonna. Yeah, you'll see on the like, I think it's probably the first episode that starts on Tuesday. I was trying to hold my throw up in. Like,
well, yeah.
Just by looking at this food, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a vegetarian myself, so even when people are, like, talking about steakhouses, I'm like, like, you know, this part of the cow, it just makes me cringe. I'm like, I wish you knew what you were really talking about or saying. Like, you're eating a dead animal carcass.
Yeah.
But that must be hard when you're on a show from, like, you're like the uncooperative.
I am.
In not only this category, but other categories as well.
Yes. I actually, didn't do a lot of the, activities and stuff, because I didn't feel like I had to.
Really?
Yeah.
So what were you doing while they were doing their activities?
Fun stuff.
Oh, really? And she says that with a glimmer in her eye. Did you hang out with any of the natives of the countries?
No, but we did go out one night. Me and Michelle and Jay. We were in Thailand. Okay. We snuck out. We weren't supposed to leave the hotel. We snuck out, went clubbing all night.
Oh, good. You got to do that sometime.
I played sick and didn't work the next day. That was fun.
Wow. This is an example of Heather just does what she wants. Like when she wants, she doesn't care, the consequences.
I need to get away from these people. I just see the same people every day for 4.5 weeks.
Travel can bring out the worst in you and the best in you, and
for sure.
There's people in my life that I'm close to that I could never travel with.
Yeah, and imagine traveling with so many people, and then there's all these travelers, and not only is there the travelers, there's the production, there's the tour guides, there's the cameramen, there's everything, and you're just waiting around. And I'm like, get on the plane and go. I don't do changeovers. My time is money. I'm working, I don't have time to sit around the airport for 21 hours.
Right.
And it was really hard for me to deal with that.
Yeah, the waiting, and it was so long, and
so many plane changes, and then
Yeah. Oh yeah, well, traveling from place to place.
Yeah.
And it's just an adjustment with the food and with just trying to curl
your
hair,
and
right?
You're hungry. Oh God, my flat iron blew up. My curling iron blew up. I'm in the middle of Africa with my brand new hair extensions, and they're falling apart, and I don't have my stuff.
You don't have.
I broke down. My luggage got lost 3 times.
Oh no! You really have to find new things to make you feel comfortable, because you don't have your stuff at home anymore.
Oh my gosh,
so you have to find completely new. Okay, well, this feels good. That feels good, and especially 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times.
God, Did you sue the airplane? The airline?
No, I got it back. I still think it was a setup, like because they knew people knew I'd flip out.
Oh yeah. Well,
and I did.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did.
I got all my stuff in there.
My Louis Vuitton luggage. What country is it in?
No, I had regular pink luggage, but.
So what was the reasoning that you went on the show? Like, what were you searching for? What did you want to find in yourself? Like, what did you want to learn? Did you just want to take a break from the world?
Honestly, I honestly feel like I just needed a break. I work all the time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I feel like, sometimes you just need to get away and take a break, and I thought it was going to be a lot more relaxing and a lot more fun than what it was. I mean, I needed a break when I got home.
Right. It wasn't relaxing.
No.
They have you on the little trailer, and there's this huge camel in front of you, and you're like, do they have Wi-Fi?
Yeah. I was on my phone a lot.
Production must have loved that line because they played it like a lot.
20 times. I know.
Yeah,
right?
They played it 20 times.
I've got way better lines than that, so I can't wait to see them.
I can't wait to see them.
You know
either.
me and my one-liners. I'm so good.
I know you. She is good. She's one interesting kid. What do you think this will catapult other projects for you?
I'm actually working on like 2 other projects. I can't say like what they are, but this will not be my first rodeo. My only thing.
Your only rodeo.
Yeah.
Well, it's not your first rodeo.
No, it's not.
Because you were on My Shopping Addiction as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the interview like for this show? Like, did you have to like really show out your personality, or were you just there like, I don't care?
They actually called me. I was like I was actually the first person cast. Years ago, before it was even greenlit. So.
Oh, okay.
I think everybody else, and then I know that they called Michelle as well directly.
And Michelle's the woman who...
The very tall one.
The very tall one, yes. She's
we became great friends on the show, and we're still friends. We went to the Hamptons together. I've hung out with her here in LA. Like,
she seems cool.
We went to Mexico together. She's great.
Yeah, she seems great.
She's really awesome.
We'll have to have her on the show sometime to talk about it.
Oh, yeah. Anytime. I'll give you her cell phone number. She'd love it.
And how did this traveling, like, because you got to see, like, the children in Kenya and how they live and how they were treating animals on, like, the other side of the earth, like, how did that change you, like, in here? Like, are you different now? Do you appreciate things more?
I mean, I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I don't really feel like I got like this, like, total life change, because I mean, I did get to see some things that I hadn't seen before, which was really interesting. Like the African village was like way cool. It was like, I felt like I was in like a National Geographic channel, you know? But I've traveled the world. I've been traveling since I was very young. So, I mean, I've gone to a lot of places. So, I think, for the Georgia boys, Michael and Steven that are on the show.
Okay.
I think they really had a life-changing experience because they had never left their city.
They've never been out of the United States.
I don't think they'd ever been out of their state.
Oh, okay.
So
they
were really like
extreme cast members, like you who've been everywhere and done everything, and then people that have not done much.
It was very diverse.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
And then, Jetta and Jeff, they're a married couple. They were, I thought, everybody, I never really had like much beef with anyone,
Really?
Well,
so you didn't
stay tuned.
So you didn't find love on the show?
I did not.
You didn't?
No. I honestly don't feel like but I don't want to date anyone that was on the show.
So you don't
Moving on.
So you don't feel ready for the monogamous relationship quite yet?
No. I don't like monotony.
Does that spell like boring to you? Right. I doubt anything that you do is ever boring.
That's true.
Anything else you want to say about the show?
No, just tune in, and then I'm going to be doing live tweet every Tuesday night from 7 to 11 p.m. Pacific time. Okay. So tweet me, let me know your thoughts.
Yeah. How do you think you're portrayed on the show?
I don't know.
Like, do you come across
I haven't seen all
as
the
like,
episodes yet.
Yeah.
I it is what it is. I mean, not everyone's going to like me. Some people are gonna hate me,
right?
You know,
you can't impress everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta roll with it, and you know, just like I said earlier, going back to stay in your lane and ignore all this other stuff.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. So what's next for you? I mean, I know you have the projects that you're working on, but like, if I could wave my magic wand and you could be at this certain place with your business and your entertainment, like, what would that look like?
Well, I'm doing a lot of filming right now for some things that I'm working on for my own stuff.
She can't say anything.
I know. It's very soon though. And then, so I'm really excited about that because, you know, that's really the main goal is to just build the Beauty Kitchen brand. And, you know, I want to be like the Bethany Frankel of beauty.
Oh, wow. The
you
Bethany Frankel.
Because, you know, she's
the
just
skinny girl, margarita girl.
Yeah, I love her. She built an entire brand, you know, just from her little cocktails, you know. And
now that she has skinny everything.
Yeah, I love it. So, and her little skinny bars are so good. You should try them.
I've never tried them.
They're good.
Before we go, you do quite a bit for charity.
Yes.
And what's your favorite charities? And I don't think people would maybe get this about you having watched the show, so I want to make sure I highlight that.
Yeah, I work a lot with Nevada Partnership for Homeless Youth, the LGBT community.
Okay,
you know,
here in Los Angeles.
Yes, and in Vegas, but mainly in Los Angeles.
Okay.
The center here I do stuff for. Anything that has to do with animals, I'm always down to help out.
Animal activist.
Yeah, there was a big charity recently that was doing like a charity run, so we did like foot soaks for all the runners.
Oh, wow.
You know?
That's neat. Yeah.
Just, you know, whatever, any way that we can, Beauty Kitchen or I can ever get involved, whether it's like a monetary or donating product or whatever, we always do it. So if anybody out there watching has like a charity event or something, you know, hit us up. We always donate baskets and stuff.
Yeah. Heather donates, she runs, she didn't you do a barbecue or something for the homeless youth once in Las Vegas?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, she's barbecuing for the children. So
yeah.
that's a really cool thing because you're very your personality is so multifaceted.
Yeah, I hope they show a lot of that. I mean, I did talk a lot about everything that I do in my life, you know, during the filming of the show, but you know, you never know what's going to air. I mean, I've only seen like the first few episodes, so
yeah. I mean, you never know in reality TV. They could cut from this day and cut from that day and make it look completely different.
100%. So like, I'm really excited to, you know, keep working on my own stuff, which we're started filming and all that stuff. So I'll be posting little snippets on Instagram, little teasers of stuff, but
okay,
I can't
say too much.
No.
All right. Well,
but I will tell you the ink is dry on the contract, honey. So.
Oh, honey, that ink is dry. Well, I just wanted everybody to know how awesome you are.
Thank you for having me. And like
You're
I said,
welcome.
it's so awesome. And like I am so sincerely so proud of you. Like
Thank
we both were in that hosting class, driving back and forth from Vegas.
Now that's some good work ethic. We used to do turnaround trips to take hosting class in Los Angeles when we lived in Vegas.
Yeah, and we were both driving back and forth, and you know, and I got my apartment. Like we used to
and then I had a baby, and I was like, all right, it's just done for me now. But
but you're still at it, baby and all, baby, husband, and everything, and you're doing so great. So
just an example
of you. Let's give a little applause for you.
No, we're here to talk about you, Heather. It's all about you.
Nah.
Right. All right. Well, tell them where they can find you and your website and your Twitter handles and all that.
HeatherMarianna.tv, and my Instagram is Heather Marianna. So is my Twitter. The Beauty Kitchen Instagram is Beauty Kitchen Junkie, so definitely follow that page because we do all kinds of giveaways and deals and all that stuff. And if you tweet me during the live tweet and do hashtag Team Heather, we're going to be giving away a bunch of stuff. Beauty Kitchen Tuesday night.
Yes, like this. You want this. You want this. So HeatherMarianna.tv.
Yes.
And you guys, you guys can find me at Candice_Camacho, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel at New Mom, New Wife, New Life. I've got lots of DIY tips and tricks on there, and some healthy recipes that are easy to prepare and delicious. You guys, you got to check out Heather on Tour Group, 10 p.m. March 1st on Bravo. Check it out. Check her out. Check everything out. There's so much to check out with her. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AFTERBUZZ TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AFTERBUZZ TV or its owners or principals.